this is just a quick review about how light works. White light is made up of a band of all the colors of a rainbow. When that light hits an object, all colors are absorbed, and then only one color is reflected out. In this case, red for the flower, and green is reflected for the stem. We do have a small problem though, as light goes deeper underwater. Like this diagram is showing us here, red light is actually absorbed by the water at pretty shallow depths. We get a little bit more orange, a little bit more yellow, and a lot more of the colors here at the end of the rainbow. Now that's going to pose a challenge as we try to take photos underwater. So in order to take pictures underwater, what we do is we actually bring in our own red filter. We just add this to the outside of our camera to give us a better idea of what the true colors of the object would be. Now this isn't a perfect example, but you'll get to see what it looks like here in just a second.
Alright, so let's take an adventure down deep into the waters near Cozumel, Mexico.
So the equipment we used for our adventure here was a GoPro in a waterproof housing. Now we did have to bring in our own red light here, just to make sure that we can balance those colors out correctly later. So we're going to see the effect of this camera with and without the filter, and how much that changes what we can see.
So here's a clip of us swimming without any red filters on. And it looks okay, there's quite a few fish here. But let's be honest, it looks pretty blue. Now we put the red filter back on. This was filmed only seconds later at the exact same spot. These are the exact same fish that you just saw before. The difference is just having that red filter on. We have artificially added in red light to see all of this wonderful life. So here we are going through a swim through. Now here, of course, there's no natural sunlight coming straight down. So instead, we had to bring our own flashlights. Now the good thing about that is it brings us the full color spectrum. That lets you know that there is no red filter here. This is truly the colors that the coral really is.
Hi! Okay, so I know I look kind of crazy right now, but I promise all of this makes sense underwater. So, that's so tight. Here's my mask that I wear underwater. I wear this bandana here just as a way to keep my hair out of my face while swimming. The other thing that's nice about it is I want you to notice all these lovely blue colors on it. That's important later. The other thing to notice is the color of my purple swimsuit here. This is just a rash guard. Gives me a lot of sun protection underwater. Even some protection from bumping and scraping against some corals and rocks. What I want you to pay attention to in this video is watch how this color of purple will change periodically.
So now we're coming out of the swim through. We're coming back into the natural sunlight. I do not have the red filter on, and so you can see that same swimsuit is not the same color purple you saw just seconds ago. So here's my lovely husband. He is saying we are 75 feet down below the surface. At this depth, there is very little light left. Even though we have our red filter on, the red filter is not that effective. However, you might notice that filter sure does make our guide's bright orange shirt very, very bright, very easy to find. You'll notice though that everything else is very, very blue.
Professional photographers try to film underwater, but they have that challenge of not having the correct color of reds and blues and whites and everything like that. So they bring in their own known color of white. Now we know just how much red we have added. So now later we can go back and Photoshop and color correct what we have, so it's more of the true colors.
So here we're going to use that white card to give us an idea of how to scale back our colors. Even with just the red filter on, you can see there's quite a diversity of life and color here on this coral reef wall. So today we have seen the effects that a filter has when filming underwater. By having a known color, like our white card, we can help correct our footage later in things like Photoshop. This really helps you get some amazing videos from amazing experiences. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this. Much love. Remember, save the turtles.